today I got a video request about one of you guys. We got living with the dark winters in Sweden, midnight sun and polar night. I actually really love the Nordic countries and how beautiful they are with like the mountains and the lakes they have. This is gonna be a really good video. I'm really excited to jump into this one, and yeah, let's just see and check what this one is about.
My name is Jonna, and I live in the north of Sweden.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh my god.
Sweden is a country with a lot of light. And it's also a country with a lot of darkness. It all depends on what season it is.
Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this. I'm gonna enjoy this video so much. Wow.
Just like many other countries in the northern hemisphere, there is...
Honestly, just look how like beautiful this is. Oh, I want to live in like either Norway, Sweden, or just one of these countries with like the mountains and the trees and the
other countries in the northern hemisphere, there is a strong contrast in the light conditions between summer and winter. In the winter, it's dark almost all the time.
That's 2 p.m? What? Oh, that's so weird.
And in the summer, it's light all the time.
Huh?
During the summer in the very north of Sweden, the sun never sets between the end of May until the middle of July. So you can see the sun 24 hours a day, and that is called the midnight sun.
Yo, that's crazy. Oh my. Look how insane that looks. Oh, I could just imagine just the Vikings on the ships now coming down with this view. Oh my god.
And then, during
Vikings.
the winter in the very north of Sweden, it's the opposite. For a couple of weeks, the sun never rises above the horizon.
Crazy.
Which means that there is no sunlight for about a month. And that is called the polar night. These extreme contrasts in light is caused by the rotation of the Earth in relation to the position of the sun.
Why did I never know this?
The further north you go, the bigger the contrast. I live in the middle north of Sweden, and if I'm lucky and it's a clear sky, I can see the sun above the treetops for about an hour during the darkest time of the year. It's the middle of the day, and this is how high the sun goes up now. It's just a little bit over the horizon, or over the trees.
What?
But winters like this one, when it's been cloudy every day, I actually didn't see a glimpse of the sun for over a month. But just a few days ago, now in the beginning of January, I got to feel the sun on my face again. This is the first glimpse of the sun that we see in over a month. Do you see this?
Bro, that is so weird. This is only in like the north of Sweden, right? Because I've never heard of this. I know quite a few people in Sweden, and they've never told me this ever. So in the south of Sweden, it must be like perfectly normal, just, you know, sun day, sundown night. But yeah, this is mad. What the hell? It's crazy.
And that feeling when you begin to feel the sunlight again in January is always overwhelming. It's like seeing the sun for the first time in your life. Even if it can be hard sometimes with these kinds of light conditions, I really love it and I would never want to change it.
Yeah.
I think the light is never as beautiful as it is during these most extreme times of the year.
It's actually so stunning. Bro, just
When
look
it's summer,
at it.
I
Oh
usually
my.
change my rhythm and stay up all nights and then sleep in the forenoon instead. The light is so beautiful in the middle of the night, and as a filmmaker and photographer, it's like a dream to be out and capture.
Bro, this is mad. This is mad. It's tripping me out, man. It's like 2 a.m. and it's like, what the hell?
The beauty of the bright nights of June.
What? Yo. Yo. Bro, I want to live here so bad. Like, if I could get a good internet connection, this would be perfect. Like, if I could have good internet connection and I can live on this lake in a house. Oh my.
And then in the winter, even if we don't get so much sunlight, we at least get a few hours of twilight during the day.
What the
And
hell?
that light is the most beautiful kind of daylight that I know.
This reminded me
It's
of
like
like
experiencing a long sunrise without a sun.
this view of like the trees and the snows reminded me of Game of Thrones, the winter. Beyond the...
It's a clear sky and the sun is rising just a tiny bit above the treetops. It spreads a soft and pink light
Oh
all
my
over the
God.
landscape. And that is beyond beautiful.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
Around 3 in the day, it's already getting dark. And it...
Bro, yo. Bro, that's the sky. Yo, come to the UK and look up. You're not seeing a sky like that. You're just seeing clouds. That's all you see. You might see a couple of stars in between clouds. Oh my god.
I live in a place where there's no light pollution, and the night sky is breathtaking.
Wow.
And for me, that is one of the reasons that I really love the winter here. And now and then, the sun sends us a greeting in the darkness. Particles from storms on the surface of the sun comes traveling towards the earth, colliding with our magnetic field and creating the aurora borealis,
I'm
the
jealous.
northern lights that dances in the sky.
I'm so jealous.
I can never find the right words to describe how much I love to stand under the northern lights on a cold and dark winter night. I can take the darkness any day as long as I get to see the stars and the northern lights. It makes it all worth it. But even though there is so much beauty to find in these special kinds of light conditions that we have here in the north, I would lie if I said that it's always easy to live and adapt to them, because it's not.
How does that be
The
honest?
summer is easy. I don't think you can have too much light. The only thing that people often ask me is if it's harder to sleep when it's light all night. And for me personally, if I want to sleep during the night, I have no problem with that. And for those who do feel like it's a problem, it's easily fixed with some thick and dark curtains.
Yeah.
But the winter and the darkness is definitely much more challenging. And I can only speak from my own experience now. The lack of sunlight
Jesus.
makes me more tired, and during the darkest and coldest months, between November and March, I sometimes struggle to keep the energy up. It's harder to get up in the morning when it's dark outside. Our body naturally want to wake up with the sun. And in the afternoon, I often get confused with the time, since the darkness makes it feel like it's much later than it actually is. And the lack
Yeah,
of
that would be so weird. But then again, to be fair, I've got a blackout blind here, blackout blind here. If I barely leave this room, so like to me, living there, I'll be fine. I'll be fine because I never know what time it is anyway. I'm all good. I only see the dark, and yeah, I wake up with the light a little bit, but I'm always in a dark room. To be
light
fair,
makes me struggle more as a filmmaker, since I only have 1 hour of good light to film in a day,
crazy.
compared to the 24-hour of good light in the summer. So the darkness combined with the cold make things a bit more challenging, and I know I'm not the only one struggling to keep up the energy during this time of the year.
This is perfect for me though. If I get good internet, this is perfect for me. Oh my god. Oh my god, you're crazy. Oh, that'd be so cold. Wow.
But of course, there is many things you can do to make the winters a little easier. I want to mention a few things that helps me adapt better to the lack of sunlight. For me personally, I think that the tiredness that I feel in the winter is the hardest part. The energy level is so low sometimes. And the cure to that is not always to sleep more. It can actually be to do the opposite. So I try my best to keep being active and moving my body as much as I can, and get as much daylight as possible. I go for long walks with my dog every day.
Dog's so cute.
And if the weather is good, I like to go out in the forest with my snowshoes and my camera, or go skiing. I also love to take ice baths. It's something I started doing a few years ago, combined with breathing exercises, using the Wim Hof method.
Everything but the ice bath, right? Everything but I would love to go skiing. I haven't been skiing. I've been like indoor skiing in the UK. I've never been to a country where you can actually ski. So that's something I really want to do in my life.
And it has become my favorite way of boosting myself with new energy when I need it the most. Going into that freezing water is actually the last thing that my body wants to do in that moment. But putting myself into that kind of discomfort is awakening something in me that helps me reset my body.
Right.
Believe it or not, but
they're good
cold
for you.
Swims and cold showers has many good health benefits. It's not for everyone, of course, and it's important to get knowledge before trying an ice bath if you have never done it before. But for me, it has been a great source of energy and joy during the winter time. So, I really feel a big difference in my energy levels in the winter when I move my body in some way. It doesn't need to be a full workout, but just something, a little every day, that makes you feel alive.
I can't lie. I'm going to stop this right here because honestly, if you've somehow found this video from me and not go and support this content creator, the link will be in the description. But what a well-made, this is a 10 out of 10 video. This is actually, I'm loving this video so much. 10 out of 10.
When we can't get enough energy from the sun, I think it's even more important to make sure that we get enough energy and nutrition from our food. Nature has so much to give us in the summer that we can harvest and save for the winter when we need it the most. Here in the north we have plenty of berries in the forest, so I like to pick tons of blueberries and lingonberries and put in the freezer so that we can eat berries and drink juice from berries every single day during...
Right, okay, I got my pros and cons if I was to live here, right? I would probably die from picking the wrong berries, and yeah, I'd get food poisoning or something like that. That's something I definitely would be stupid about, but but I really want to live in a place where it's just this beautiful and I have good internet. So if you guys got any recommendations, yeah, just let me know in the comment section below. I actually don't get sun. It's actually quite bad when I think about it.
The list of things you can do to handle the darkness is endless. These were just to mention a few. But I think that the most important thing of all is to accept and adapt to the cycles of nature. I definitely feel a big difference in the energy during summer and winter, both in nature and in myself. And that doesn't mean that it's right or wrong, it's just different. I think the winter and the darkness can cause a lot of unnecessary suffering when we are trying to force ourselves to feel the same as we do in the summer.
Right.
It's okay to feel tired. It's okay to feel lack of inspiration. And it's okay to need more sleep and to let things slow down.
Wow.
A flower would never force itself to bloom in the cold winter. So why would we?
True.
This way of thinking changed my way of dealing with the different seasons. I love the winters just as much as I love the summers. They both have their own benefits and challenges. And I think it gets much easier when we let go and accept what we feel instead of fighting it, and accept the cycles in nature and the cycles in ourselves and learn to live at it, like a dance.
Imagine living in a place where you see that sky. I'm actually so jealous. This shot is really cool. This shot is at like with the snow trees. Oh my god, it's so cool, man.
So this is how it is to live with the light and the darkness in the north of Sweden, from my perspective. The extreme contrasts in light also creates a bigger contrast to the seasons, and they all have their own beauty. I I love the constantly changing seasons and that you can see and feel how the light changes a little bit for every single day that goes by. The beautiful balance of light and darkness is my greatest source of inspiration, and it makes every day feel new and different.
Imagine waking up this video, because that was such a good watch. I actually really enjoyed that. Sweden is such a beautiful place. I actually could watch these all day. Places like Sweden, Norway, where they got the lakes, the mountains, the trees, the snow trees. They're actually stunning. It's ridiculous. I'm so jealous I don't live in a place like this, but I would need good internet. That's the only problem. Absolute 10 out of 10 video. Really enjoyed that. If you guys got any other videos like this that you want me to react to, link them down in the comment section below. I'll definitely check them out 100%. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you leave a thumbs up, subscribe for more content, and I'll see you all in the next video.